what's up, y'all? Check this out. You ever noticed, right, that when you're doing something for yourself, people feel some type of way? I know this is kind of like random, right? I know that you're gonna see the title of the video, but I just thought about this. Let's start from the beginning, right? I'm gonna give you a scenario. You could just be minding your own business, right? Let's say you have friends, you have family, and you'll have people that you would think that they would hit you up just out the norm. But realistically, when they do hit you up, it's only to hit you up if you could do something, or they want to know something what you're getting into, or it's just something that they just hit you up out of the blue. It's just something that let's say that benefits them, right? We know what it is. And you could be sick, you could be going through the most stress, and you will not get a phone. You'll get no type of ring. You don't hear from anyone. But for some strange reason, like let's say you got things that's going on where you got a job, you got a career that you're working on, right? Like it's a dream job that you always wanted. You got things that you got going on. You want to go traveling, or something that you're just getting into. For some strange reason, you'll have everybody and their mothers hitting you up, and them be the ones that will sit there and literally hit you up to know what you got going on, want to be nosy, and they'll critique what you got going on. If anything, they'll tell you, oh, you better be careful if you're gonna go traveling. You better be careful. This place and that place, they got a lot going on. You have to be careful. But it's like when you needed them to hit you up out of everything, you know what I mean? It is another thing too. They'll hit you up and try to guilt you, like, oh, I haven't heard you for a long time. What's going on? You have some type of problem with them? And it's like you question yourself. It's like, yo, why is it that you hit me up at the strangest times when I got things that's going on, opportunities coming left and right, but at the same time, when I need you or I need somebody to hit me up, you're not there. Like I said, and what I'm going to keep on going with this is that take note and see how people are, how they communicate. Right? Before I get into the video, let me introduce myself. This is Gene, your best friend, your new best friend. And I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. And today, this video dropping, right? I was just out and about, and I haven't done a video while I'm walking in the city. For those of you who don't know what I mean, we're in the city, in Manhattan, New York. And I used to do this like a year ago. I'll just stop and just drop a video. If you like the vibe and everything, let me know, and I'll do more videos with me, more of me in the city. You know what I mean? Or you like me doing, if you see in the background right here, this is just, I'm in the city. I just got out of work a little bit, and I had to run a few errands after work. And after that, I'm just stopping by before I have to actually stop by and get some stuff though. But like I'm saying though, you ever take notice about that with people? And it's like, I noticed that I'll be watching my videos, right, and I realize, I'm like, yo, a lot of things that I talk about, a lot of things I bring up, it evolves around people, like, well, how people act, how people treat you. And it's like, I'm to the point where I'm like, dang, I would like to drop videos of me just talking about like things that be about confidence, especially confidence, energy. But it's like, I was just getting out of work and I was just chilling, and I was just like, yo, how is it that when you take the time for yourself and you want to focus on yourself and you want to do things that's good for you, people have a problem with that? But when you are just stressing, you are just going through what life brings, right? I'm not saying that that's what only brings, but things happen, and it's like you don't hear from anyone. And even when you're doing something positive, you're doing something good for yourself, those same people will come and try to tell you and try to scare you and tell you, oh, you better be careful. Listen, if you're going through this, personal experience. I'm not a person that's just now going through this and I'm just trying to say this and trying to like, oh, I've been through it. The best way for you to ignore people and don't pay nobody attention is just focus on you. Just focus on you and do what you have to do because you only have one life. Listen, even if you're traveling and you're going, you know, I don't know where. Listen, things happen. Even if somebody was trying, oh, you have to be careful about such and such place, you know, that place is very dangerous. Listen, every day that you got going on in your life, it could be your last. Every day could be your last. Even at this moment right now, use myself as an example. God forbid, right? I don't know. I'm in New York, in Manhattan. You already know what happened a couple of weeks ago, or should I say a month ago, right? Where they were talking about there was something's going to happen in Manhattan, New York. I work here all the time, live here, right? Back and forth from Connecticut. Yo, anytime, anything could happen. But at the same time, it's like, yo, my life is in God's hands. So if I want to do something positive, I'm doing something for myself, right? Like I work every day or every other day, right? I leave that in God's hands. I can't, some things that you just can't control. So if it's like, if it's to the point where you want to go traveling and people are telling you, oh, you know, you better be careful because, you know, you just know what's going on. Listen, whatever something else happened to that person, or someone else is trying to scare you, that doesn't mean it's going to happen to you. I remember it was a point where I'll say, like, even I went to Brazil. And I've been to the continent of Africa, right? Actually, 2 countries in Africa. You know how many people done told me, yo, you better be careful, you know what I mean? You don't know what's going on. And you know, you have to, you know, watch out because, you know, this is what's going on. The crime is. And come to find out, when I went over there and took the time and did my research, right here the key word, I did my research and find out where to stay, where not to go, and I actually felt much more safe than I am where I am right now. Right? Of course, I made sure that I had enough money, finances. I know how much money I was going to spend. I moved like I was like one of the locals. That's just a scenario right there. So, let's say if you want to leave your hometown, go ahead and do it. Everybody's life and journey is different. So, it's crazy like how people will dislike you or try to talk down on you based on something that you want to do or what you got going on. But when you are at your lowest, you could be going through you could be sick, right? Physically sick. You could be mentally, you know, drained. There's like everyday things happen, right? You're not gonna even have a call. If anything, if you do talk to someone, they're gonna be even more happy that you're in that situation. So this is, and you know what I learned. You know what I learned in life right now. To be honest with you, me personally, everything that I talk about, I've been through it already, and I overcame it, right? And of course, I still go through things, right? But not as bad as I used to. When I took the time to focus on myself and know where I'm going, and also too, one of the things I love to do is just work, right? Work. Because that way I know that, okay, I have enough money, I can save, right? But I took time to just, I don't know for most of you, but me, I took time to put to the Most High. I pray to God. That's my my Savior, my Lord and Savior, because without the Lord, man, without God, bro, I don't know, I probably done crashed out already. And don't even get me wrong, sometimes it comes across my mind like, dang, what if I come up, you know what I mean? What if I just spaz up? And it comes up to a point where you're gonna have to just, get cold-hearted, and sometimes it takes you for not to just respond to people. It's gonna take for you to just make it one ear out the other and prove people wrong. Because no matter what you do, people are gonna dislike anything that you got going on, but at the same time they're not gonna be around when you need them. And this is one of the reasons why I made this video. Is like, take note of how people treat you when you're at your lowest or what you got going on. When you're at your lowest, they're around, you know what I mean? They feel bad for you. At the same time, they give you that communication, that sense of like, they like that you're in that position. Versus when you got something going on where you want to go traveling, or you want to you're taking on that new job position. Take note of how the communication is. Take note of how people will talk to you. Like any little type of thing of doubt, like, oh, do you sure that you could do that job? Or how did you get that job position? As if like saying, oh, congratulations, I'm happy for you. Wow, now that you're in this new position, or you're getting this better pay, your life could, it could help you with such and such, right? So if this content in this video, resonate with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below and let me know like you like it, you know what I mean? But this is just like from like, chopping it up with you and just letting you know like, you ever take notice of that? Of course, I want you to comment it, you know what I mean? Also, again, confirm again. Oh, so please like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you like me doing videos out in the city right here, you know what I mean, Manhattan, I used to do this a lot. For those of you that just, watch my channel, or it's been like a couple of years way before, I used to do videos just out here, just actually in the same place, Flatiron area. Let me know, I do more videos, not only here. I used to try to be all over the city. I'm getting off of work, I could just be doing something and I would just drop and do a video. Let me know, comment below if you like this vibe, this energy, and you know what I mean? Oh, this is energy, you ever see? People just passing by. Some people just being nosy, just looking, but that's what I love about New York too. No matter what happens, I don't know where they come from, somebody just mind their business. They'll look at you and just keep it going, versus you could be somewhere and then they just be, what you doing? You know what I mean? Or just watching you, But again, please like, share, and subscribe. Again, this is your best friend, your new best friend. I'll see you in the next video, alright? Peace.